What's up? I am so excited to be creating a video today. I'm officially on day 3 of quarantine. I got COVID and I just really have like cold symptoms, thank God, praise up. So when I was going to work Monday and I woke up with like a sore throat, I was like, I better cancel my clients just because I know it's going around again and I would hate to pass it to somebody. So lo and behold, it came back positive. But since I do feel pretty much okay, there was a point when I had a low-grade fever, but it's been up and up and up since then. I've gotten to take these past 3 days to kind of like inventory my life, get things done that I haven't really done lately. Like, I love a clean house. I love to have clutter put away. Like clutter is a thing. I hate like seeing things where they're not supposed to be. So I'm always putting things back in their place. But I have to admit, I'm not always the best about keeping it squeaky scrubbed clean. So I did the deep cleaning work of our apartment. I washed all the sheets and the comforter. I cleaned out my closet of just clothes that I don't wear anymore. I'm giving 3 bags to Goodwill once I'm able to leave my house. So I've gotten some like back-end housework done, which really feels refreshing to be able to do, especially now that like we're into summer, it's a new season, we're transitioning to the second half of the year. It's good to have time to do those things. So I'm grateful that I was able to do that. But I've also had time for like really long morning routines. Like my morning routine this morning was 2 hours. I journaled. I read the Bible. I read my book, which I'm reading. What's it called? The one thing by Band Lat. Let me grab it. I read and focus. I'm reading The Power of One More by Band Lat, which has been great so far and really motivating me to like work towards my goals and time manage better. So I'll share more about that if you guys want to know more about that book. So far, recommend. And I prayed on my knees and meditated. I really want to start doing more Joe Dispenza meditations because they're just so powerful to clear the mind in the morning of unwanted thoughts, of just things that you're holding on to, just starting the day, setting the tone with positive energy, rooting to gratitude and rooting to your vision so that you're excited every day about what you're working towards. And surprise, surprise, what I'm working towards is being here on YouTube. This is the summer, it's YouTube girl summer for me, let's go. So I'm gonna create a lot more different types of videos. I started this channel out doing purely physical therapy stuff, thinking I needed a niche, and then I started just creating yoga videos. Like, I get so excited about different things and I go all in, and then I'm like, well, now I want to create this. And I always thought it was a bad thing to have so many different videos that I'm excited about making because they say like to do one thing. And I realized that I don't have to. I can just create what I'm excited about, and hopefully it just helps anyone that's here on their health and fitness journey and trying to live their best life. Because, you know, when we're prioritize our self-care, then we're better for other people and we can be better service in this world when we start our day, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes I'm not always a wizard with words. I think I know what I'm talking about, and then I try to say it and I'm like, So without further ado, this is my first workout back since having COVID. I worked back up into squats and did some other leg work with the barbell and with dumbbells. Probably my best move was during 2020 in the pandemic. We moved a barbell and dumbbells into our apartment. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. For me, it was working my intensity back up since I've taken off a few days. But for you, like, be where you're at. It might be a really intense workout for you, or for you, it might be super easy. It's not meant as a prescription for you, but to inspire and to share what I'm doing. So drop a comment below. How does this video help you join the family? Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it. Do it right here, and I'll see you in the workout, my friend. Let's get to the workout haul. So the same generic warm-up that I do every time. I at least hit a dynamic warm-up to get my joints and blood flow ready for the workout. So do your thing. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but just make sure you warm up, keep your workout safe, keep your body healthy and happy so that you can be strong. Then we'll get into the barbell work. I always do a set with just the bar, no matter what I'm doing, if it's a squat or, bench press. You got to get the feel of the movement, technique right. So the first movement you always do, just make sure you do less weight. If it's dumbbells, use about 50% or 60% of the weight you would typically use for your heaviest set, right? And then get into it. So I did 5x5 squats. I worked up the weight. I'm working on my depth, my form, since I've gained recent mobility with yoga. I'm reteaching myself how to squat properly, engaging all of my muscles adequately. Feeling the mind-body connection as I do the movement pattern has really helped me already start to see gains in my lower body and not feel the same stiffness I felt before when I was just lifting heavy for my ego. Now it's more like make sure you do it right and it feels good in your body. And here's me adding a little bit of weight in my apartment makeshift gym that we made in the pandemic. It works. I'm grateful that we have it. Then I went into some heavy split squats. I kept the 45s on the bar, so it's pretty heavy. And I did 4x5, making sure my hips are level, my core is working, my elbows are down, and I'm not putting too much extra stress in my neck or anything. And I right into the other side. The more you lean forward in this exercise, the more you kind of get glutes. The more upright your torso is, the more you get quads. So either is right, just depends on what you're working on. And since women are quad dominant, I tend to overemphasize glutes for us women, but you gotta work quads sometimes too. So pick your poison. Then I'm setting the old barbell up for the hip thrust. Going to do a banded hip thrust here. My couch is seen better days, so I honestly just do this right on the couch. If you have a little bit nicer couch, you could still use it and just put on some towels or some sort of padding on the back of the couch so you're not getting your sweaty body on it. That's what I would do if I were you, but I just went for it, where you could use a bench at home or a chair that's stable. I did 10 full hip thrusts, getting the glutes through their entire range of motion, the full stretch at the bottom, the full contraction at the top. Glutes do extension, so this is the most isolating movement you could possibly do for the glutes. And then I get them in their shortened position. After I do 10 like that, I do 10 little short pulses. People are calling it the KAS glute bridge, whatever you want to call it, a pulse, a bridge at the top. This got my glutes burning, so take that as you wish. Next, I go into dumbbell RDLs. We do 4 sets of 12 of these with the dumbbells, always keeping a soft neck, a nice strong core. I slightly externally rotate my knees so the kneecaps are facing over the second and the third toe, and fully feel the grounding of your feet. Feel all 4 corners of your feet. Keep your back flat and your lats packed in so you're not rounding at the shoulders. And bada bing, bada boom, you got your RDLs in and you're building your hamstrings. Then I kind of do a burnout set with these. It's more like a sumo deadlift little pulse movement with the band around my knees and just one 40-pound dumbbell. A hip dominant movement, so I'm just kind of sitting my hips back and slightly bringing them back up towards standing, but not all the way up. And that wraps up the workout. I just add in the ab wheel at the end to make sure that I'm working on my abs too. Sometimes I throw in the ab wheel because it's simple and easy, and we finished with 3 sets of 15. Tell me about what you think of this workout. Thanks for watching the first one. I'm going to go into a second video talking about my quarantine day 2 if you're enjoying it. Please continue to watch. We're gonna do back and biceps and a deadlift next. Let's get it. I'm having my post-workout smoothie and I have my phone here to time my stretches. I wanna hold each of them for like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I might get distracted while we're chit-chatting, so who knows, but at least 60 seconds. And this smoothie is filled with goodness, frozen berries, a date, half a banana, vegan protein powder, cinnamon, I believe, almond milk, spinach. That's it. So, delicious.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through.
What up, fam? This is officially my 4th day in quarantine, and so far so good. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty good. So it's just been like days at home, which reminds me of back in 2020 when this was going on and people were like at home for a long period of time. I'm just being extra safe. I'm not seeing my clients this week, as you know. But I'm really taking this time to enjoy my morning routine to set my tone for the day. So honestly, it's taking me like 2 hours to do everything that I like to do in the morning. You know, I make my matcha, I make Braulio his coffee, I make my protein oats. Today I made Braulio a sandwich for lunch because he has a really long day. Then I come back to bed and I read for, I read 2 books, the Bible and my other book that I'm reading right now, journal, prayer. I did a meditation, a different one that I found that was like a manifestation meditation. And then I went on my walk around the park. So that took me 2 hours, and it's gonna be hard to go back to my earlier, shorter morning routine after being able to do that. I just love my morning so much. Like, I'm such a morning person, but that makes it hard to decide like what I want my schedule to be, because that's what I start with my clients at 6 or 7 o'clock because that's when I'm the best. But also, since I'm the best, like, I also want that time to like, work on me. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So enjoying it while it's here. I do have those times in the day when I'm home all alone by myself that I kind of start to get down on myself, like wish I was somewhere else in my career or in my social media journey that I'm at right now. But since I start my morning routine with such strong intentions, I'm able to go, nope, that's just an emotion that's just coming through you right now. And I dismiss it and go back to like my root or my intention, what I made that morning, and just keep believing in myself and go back to gratitude, reach for a higher level of vibration. I try not to stay in lower emotions too long, and you'll see my workout is part of the highlight of my day. That's when I feel my best. So I did a back workout. I threw in a deadlift in today. I also broke my workout up with the Whitney Simmons Gymshark collection. I bought way too much, but it's because I want to do like my own Gymshark haul on here, like somebody rating the products who's not a Gymshark athlete, who's not trying to like convince you to buy their stuff. So I'm excited to get the clothes and be able to do a little review for you guys. I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited to get those new fits in. I do love my Gymshark. I've been wearing it a lot recently because it just makes me feel good. And when you feel good, you work out good. It's definitely for me, not for anybody else. I just work out harder and feel better about myself when I feel good in my clothes. So definitely worth it. The rest of the day, hopefully I'll be recording more content for figuring out YouTube, figuring out Instagram, TikTok. Who else here that's listening has goals of becoming more of a social media, like becoming better at social media, I should say? Is it YouTube? Are you trying to make it on TikTok? Where are you trying to make it? Where are you putting your energy right now? And what do you see valuable in YouTube? Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for being here. I love you, I love you, I love you. And hey, if you're down, just start with a good morning routine, something to get you pumped up for the day. What is going to inspire you? Is it affirmations? Is it doing a meditation? Is it journaling? Start with something that you can integrate into your day and keep going back to that. You got this. So here is my deadlift. We start with our priority, our big movement. I did a 5x5 deadlift, not at my heaviest. I kept it at a plate on each side. I am still recovering my energy, so I'm not going all out yet, but I do have a method that I use to make sure that I'm progressing. So make sure that you have intention when you go in to train. Woohoo! Then I'm changing out the weights so I can do my barbell bent over row. If you touch the ground all the way, it's called a pendlay row, but I kind of just did a barbell bent over row, squeezing my shoulder blades, squeezing my lats, and pulling my hands kind of back towards my pocket to make sure I emphasize the lats. We did 4 sets of 10 with some dance breaks since I'm at home. Obviously, who doesn't do that? Then we did a band-assisted lat pull-down. I used the purple band for this, and I haven't done these in a while, and it's really showing. I want to prioritize my upper body more. I've always been such a leg girl. I love working out my legs because they're bigger and stronger, so I neglected my upper body. So I want to get better at doing these and upper body in general. I supersetted the lat pull down with 10 push-ups, 10 chaturanga style push-ups. If you know, you know. They are brutal, especially when you get crazy long arms like I do. Not making an excuse or anything, but it's a little bit longer to the ground than some people, if you know what I mean. Next, I did dumbbell bench row. So I did this a couple of different ways. The first 3 sets, I went heavy, 5 or 6 reps with the 40, and then I realized my form was kind of going, so I did 3 more sets after this with the 25 and went to 12. So I did 6 sets of this in total, and I supersetted it with the dumbbell bicep curls, and I started with the 25s, again thinking I was strong enough, and realized, oh, I'm compensating like crazy. So I actually went down after this one, and here's me going to that lighter weight, a little bit slower, a little bit more time under tension, keeping no rotation in my torso, no rotation in my hips, and just exhaling on effort as I pull that hand back towards my pocket and switch over to the other side. And then we went way lighter. I sped this up so you could just see what I'm doing. Cross-body dumbbell curls with the 10s. We did 15 reps, I believe, and still not done. This workout took me about an hour. I did some band lat pull downs. This one I for sure did 3 sets of 15, and I supersetted it with easy bar curls. With the easy bar curl, I also did 15 reps, a little bit of a burnout, making sure my shoulder blades are down and back, and I'm flexing my bicep on the way up. Let's grow those biceps this summer. Let's be strong. I am so happy you're here on this fitness journey with me. Let me know what you thought of both of the workouts. I had a leg day and then a back day at home. Do you have a barbell and weights at home? Do you prefer to work out at the gym or at home? And does this inspire you to work out? What are you getting from these videos, if anything at all? I know these are kind of on the longer end when I do 2 in a row, but I'm going to share my fitness journey throughout this summer. I plan to record like every single workout I do so we can see how somebody with a plan who's intentional grows and gets stronger and works on their body and mind this summer. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. It means a lot that you're here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, amiga.